fact is, Kane FM was a pirate in Guildford in the early 90s, predominantly led by a guy called Nomis. And obviously, yeah, Kane FM was wicked for the local area back then. I didn't even used to live around Guildford in those days. And then they had a visit from the authorities who offered to make them a cup of tea. And they said, yeah, we'll drink your tea and we'll stop broadcasting. Because that's where Kane FM essentially did stop for quite a while. Later on, there was another pirate in Guildford called Enjoy FM that I was involved with. And again, Enjoy FM got caught. In fact, your good sales here at the Surrey Ad put a nice article in after we went to court. And I, through a mutual friend, because I was involved with this pirate, met Simon, who was interested in doing legal radio. Put it to me. I obviously didn't want to get involved in pirate radio any more than I already was, and we took the decision to work on Kane together. And it culminated in the 2004 RSL broadcast of Kane FM, which has gone down as something fairly legendary, not just to Guildford but to the music community at large. The reason that it seems to have been so popular over the years is because of the pirate style of it. It's like you can instantly be in the DJ booth with the DJ, getting your shout out or your point across to the music that you love so much, and there's nothing better than that. Like, the payback is like when you're standing at a barbecue and you hear on the radio that's playing in the background, oh yeah, all right, I'm on my way to this barbecue, and you hear your mate sent a text in saying he's going to be there in 20 minutes, and the party's live. That's just, there's no better feeling than that, and that's what it's all about.
Financially then, you're in a position that the radio station can be set up and continue to be operating?
Yes. Financially, we are in a position that the radio can be operated, and this is how it works. The initial startup costs in the first year, I think, are just above £34,000. So that's essentially, without staffing costs, how much the core of this takes to run in the first year, of which £9,500 plus has been given to us by the National Lottery, Awards for All, so I should take this opportunity to thank them as well, because they've been very patient with us of late. But yes, that money, that £9,500, is to install all the equipment on the Hog's Back, on the National Grid site that Vodafone use. And so yes, all the money is already in the bank to cover the startup costs. Moving forward, we have access to, just so everyone can be aware, because we're not a fly-by-night organisation, we have access to over £300,000 of other funding, where we have written to organisations to say, does our remit of what we do for our community musically fit with the remit of your grant organisation? To which they have responded, yes, you would be able to apply and possibly be successful. So we know there is at least £300,000 available to us if need be. Any money that goes into our business, first of all, can't just be doled out to rich fat cats. That's never going to be the case, so you can trust that people are always involved because they love it, not for anything else. But all the profits we make have to be spent under our remit as a community radio on community projects. So as we build up our bank account, we'd look to work to reinvigorate the skate park in Guildford, to build local social clubs for young people in Park Barn, etc. Those are the ultimate goals. One of the key milestones is to build a recording studio that we give access to young people who want to make beats, record their bands, whatever they do, you know, and they can come into that studio free of charge, get the learning, get the experience from all our producers, and be able to come out with something dope out the other end, and hopefully give them the opportunity to make some music.
Another very important part of the Kane FM team, Shane, you've got a team of producers who are out there sourcing music. Tell us about these guys.
Those are the people closest to my heart, actually, and where it all starts from. First of all, there is Subterra, my longest suffering, I think, is the best way to describe poor old Subsy. He was on Enjoy FM, the pirate, and he was on Kane FM, and he now fulfills the position of the drum and bass producer. Then there's, for hip-hop, Ash MC and Jazz T, and both of them are respected independently in their own rights for the releases they've had in UK hip-hop. There's Big P, my man there, Big P to the G, and he's UK garage and grime basically, and he represents all them flavours there, he brings them through. There's Luke Simmons, he's a new addition, young lad, new to the game, fresh face, we haven't broken him yet but we're going to. And he basically runs something called Deers for Dubstep with a guy called JP Mackenzie, and that's a Guildford based thing again. wicked party, proper dope, doing great things for himself, part of a crew called Cause and Effect, and they do drum and bass also. And we just brought him into the team, and he'll be there to make sure that dubstep is represented to the masses. There's Javier Espinal. He deals with techno and house. He works for Azuli, which is one of the largest and most well-established house labels to ever exist. And he's responsible for some of the sickest parties to ever go down in this area. And then finally, Lickle B, who is part of Da Vinci sound system, and which is one of the biggest sound systems to ever come out of this area. Big up Little and Natty P, and he represents reggae and dub. And so there you are. That's just the core production team. And if you come through to the radio, you'll at some point have contact with these people who will help you shape your shows, build your confidence, help you understand what the industry's like, and make sure that our music stays forever relevant.
So the RSL went really well. A lot of people have been asking in the meantime, when's Kane FM coming back on there? So what's the current position in terms of Kane FM as a radio station, but also as a brand and sort of other activities that you get involved in?
The current position of Kane FM is that we are waiting on our adjudication from Ofcom. This was supposed to be with us right now in the time frame of March. And we were supposed to have it in our hand already because we've been through the process now, but they've moved it back again to the adjudication coming to us and being given to us on October the 9th. And so that's when we will finally have a piece of paper saying we can broadcast legitimately in our hands, and we will launch after that date. With regards to the brand, we are doing events all the time, once a month, and we'll continue to under the Kane FM Presents brands. So that's where the radio actually is right now. We're just waiting to come back on air. We'll be back on air by November or December at the latest, and we're looking forward to it.